Hello and welcome everyone to tonight's live, March the 25th, 2025, and I'm so excited to be here. Oh my gosh, look at me, been outside, my hair's a mess, who cares? Anyway, I love getting on and doing my lives. I just think that we really have some great messages to share with people, and for me that's really important that we get those messages out so everybody can get a feeling and get all the information they need to make it worthwhile to if they make a decision to do something. So tonight I really want to talk a little bit about turning a lifelong dream into an online income producing business, because it's so possible. Hey Pot, hi Telzona, let me know where you're tuning in from. I'd love to know where you're coming from and who I am talking to. So that would be fantastic. So first of all, as well as letting me know where you're tuning in from. Hi Jeff, looks like you're in Australia. Awesome. Our fellow Australian, nice to have you here. And Riley and Alan, welcome. Strong Women 420, I love that. Welcome. So thank you for stopping by. And have you ever thought about turning a dream into a reality, like turning a dream into an online income producing business? Because there's so much out there that is possible these days. So it's really about are you ready to give it a go? Are you ready to give it a go? Really, that's the simple question. Hi Riley, thanks for sending me the hearts. Hi Taya, welcome. Tayden, welcome. Ari. So what is it that you love to do, that you love sharing with other people and can't wait to get back to? That's a really powerful question, so that we can get that information out there and people start to know and learn what it is that you love to do. That's awesome. That's great. And, what can you do from there? So, a lot of people start off doing things when they're still working 9 to 5. So if you're working 9 to 5, drop a 1 in the comments. If you're still in that grind of working for somebody else, being a slave to somebody else's, reality of a dream. River, you're in a in a 9 to 5. So have you ever thought about finding something that you can do so that you can build a legacy, that you don't have to work 9 to 5, you don't have to be in that chaotic weekly grind, because it can be very taxing on people. And the last thing that you would like to would like to be able to do is get away from that. I know for me, when I was working in that kind of a job, that was before COVID, and I was working 3 days a week, and it was a job I really didn't like, but it paid the bills, and it was like our safe space, right? What does that mean? What does that mean, and how do you figure out what to do from there? So then when COVID hit, I was fortunate enough to be able to work from home, which was really cool for me, because I didn't want to have to go through that grind, that commute of an hour at least into the job, and then spending 8 hours there and then an hour on the way home. So if that's something that you're doing at the moment and that you really don't want to be doing, let me know. Drop a 1 in the comments and let me know. If you're already doing something on the side that you really want to improve on, drop a two in the comments and let me know. Hey Sophia, no, I'm not talking about any schemes at all. Absolutely not. Not into that. I'm not into scams. I'm not in, believe you me, River, that's a great question. I've lost so much money in those sorts of things that I absolutely do my due diligence, and I would ask everybody to do the same thing. That, if you're interested in something, do your research. It's not just about me, it's about doing your research, because if you don't, then it's your responsibility, really, at the end of the day. Hi Yasna, thanks for joining. It's good to know what you're getting into and having all the information so you can make an informed decision. That's what it's about. But, freedom is everything. So why are you going to a 9 to 5 every day in a job that you don't like necessarily, lining somebody else's pocket with the money at the end of the day? And thanks, Yasna. And, then being able to turn around and, still just barely getting by. Like, why would you choose that? Why would you choose that life if there's something better out there? That's what I'd like to know. So, River, you can choose to do what you want to do, but that's just a question. Like, why would you choose to do that if you're complaining about it, if you don't like the job, if you're spending a lot of time, at the job and getting to the job, and, you're not getting the freedom that you want and choose and deserve? That's my question to you, my friend. So, that's something really serious to be thinking about as far as I can see. Because like I said, I've lost lots of money in investments that turned out to be a pyramid scheme, turned out to be a scam, turned out to be fraudulent, whatever it might be. And now I'm very particular about what I go into. I do my due diligence. I don't share it with anyone until I know that it works. So I don't invite anyone until it's all sorted, until I've done the work, know it works, find the easy way to do it. So you're not spending hours and hours, and you get time to do what you really want to do. That's freedom for me. That's what life's about. That's turning your dream into your reality. That's how I'm choosing to live my life. So I don't have to, do all that. So if you were to think about transforming your life into something into something that you love to do and that you have a lot of knowledge about, that is your strength in the sense of a skill set, why wouldn't you choose to do something and look at something online, like doing an online business and thriving? Hey Sam, thanks for coming along to the show tonight. So they're questions that I think are very real questions, and I think it's really important that we all have a understanding, of what's possible. Because if you don't think outside the box, you just get the same results day in and day out, week in, week out, same check. Can't ask your boss for a 50 grand raise. They're not going to give it to you. So that's what I say. That's how I recommend that you look at things and then make a decision. Well, start thinking about, well, what's my choice? What's my life going to be like in another 12 months? Am I still going to be doing the same stuff, same, day in and day out, working for the same amount of money? Inflation's gone up. I can barely pay the rent, barely pay for your groceries. Like, how does that life suit you? How does that life fit into your life? It's not a nice way to be, and I've been there, so I know what it's like to have to calculate everything you spend at the grocery store. I know what it's like to have to, budget like crazy just to pay the rent so you've got a roof over your head. This area here has a lot of homeless people. A lot of homeless people. And it's not getting better, it's getting worse. We get the floods, we get the, rent skyrocketing, people can't afford to live there. Like, it's terrible. It's a terrible place to be, to be in that position is what I mean. So how do you move through that? What do you do? Well, options are out there. Have a look at what you want to do. Turn your skill set into an online business and help other people. Because the more people you help, the more people, the more you, you can change your life and your family's life as well. Hi, Megan, welcome. Thanks for joining. There's loads of different things you can do. And I know that. And I looked at a lot of stuff. But then I found this blueprint that has a step-by-step guide, has all the website done for you. It's an incredible community where we now, we have a lot of people that help, that we help and that help us along the way. And I've done the hard yards, so I know what works, and step by step it's easy, and you don't have to work 15 hours a day to make it work. So, just some of the things that are possible is, let me just go in here. I'm just going to show you what it looks like, and again, it's like, oops, here we go, push the wrong button. When you look at what this is all about, it's, it's here, it's, you can see here that we are licensed in this. So the licensing is all done. And I don't know why that's showing not completed, because I actually received my certificate yesterday, so it's all done. But it's a very simple process. So that's just that. Oh, don't know why it's doing that. Why? We'll just get out of there. But when you go in here, the Legacy Builder program is all here. This is it. All your training's in one spot. It's all here. It's all here. And then we have our community. This is the community I'm building, but this is the community that, we have, where everybody supports each other. And you just come in here to the wins. Look, Crystal, she's done her certificate, which I was just showing you. So that's all done. Monday Motivation, she completed a lot, because we've just done an upgrade with the certification. So we're all certified now. $900 sale while she was doing a live on TikTok, done. She made that sale while she was taking a walk, $600. It just shows you, everybody supports everybody. It's amazing. Where's something else that they're not talking about? Sometimes it can be the call to action that this person's done. It works. They've found a way to, invite people to join them, and it's a rejection-free business. So the beauty of this business is that, you don't have to follow up, because it's all done for you. When I say literally all done for you, our email scans. Hi, Bella. Welcome. Sorry, I just saw that. We get a campaign that's automated, 30 emails a day, 30 emails to go out, and that's one a day for 30 days. That they do the conversions for you. You don't have to worry about following people up. That's what I love about this business. But the other thing I love about this business is I get, everybody has their master resale rights to this, now licensed, so you're the expert in the industry. Those people that I showed you in our community are, that's what's possible. That's what they've done. And, I show you that because, I can tell you anything that I've done, but when you can literally see, there's another one, woke up to $900 this morning, so it works 24/7 for you. And when something works for you while you don't have to, then you get time to do more of what you love. Like yesterday, I had a friend who was visiting from far north Queensland, because I'm in Australia, so far north Queensland. And, I met her, we went out, and I haven't seen her for a couple of years, but I get to choose how and when I work my 2 hours a day. That's the beauty of this. It's digital marketing, so you get all the trainings that there for you. I'm here to support you. It's called the Legacy Builder Program, and it's a digital marketing space where you actually have the ability to get that certification now. It's which has been amazing. So everybody can be certified, which means you've got credibility because you've got the certification. You are seen as the expert because that it's for people who are who are either in business, looking for a business, looking for a side hustle, looking for something to generate income, whether they're single moms staying at home or whether they're, dads that are working 2 jobs just to help everything, ends meet, or whether it's, somebody who's looking to retire but just cannot see how they're going to be able to survive in retirement with, limited income. Because you don't want to give up your lifestyle when you retire. You want to live the lifestyle that you're in, or better, right? So why not do something that's going to generate income for you? And, it's such a beautiful way to be able to build around your life. You don't need to, hi Cyrus, welcome, I'm good, thanks. So yeah, it's a good way to be able to utilize your time, your life, particularly mums. Like if you're missing out on time with your kids, or you're away and you're totally exhausted by the end of the day, and then on the weekends you're exhausted because you've been working all week, then it's a good option to do this, and you can do the 2 hours. You can break that up into segments. So if you break that up into segments during the day, it could be 15-minute intervals. You do 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 15 minutes on the way to work, 15 minutes at lunchtime, or half an hour at lunchtime, 15 minutes on the way home. And then, maybe that's how you start your business, just doing those small bits first. So thanks, guys. Yeah, so there are ways to build, and if you're already on social media and scrolling through, then why would you not utilize social media to earn income? Hey, Amy, welcome. Thanks for joining us. I'm really good. And yourself? So yeah, that's what it's about. Why not get paid to go through social media like you're already doing? That's what I figure that's the beauty of it as well. Utilize it in a positive way so that you're actually, able to earn, and 100% profit on every sale. You don't have to, you definitely don't have to, I don't even know what I was saying then. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So, it's thanks for sharing, Jalen. So yeah, like there's a lot going on and there's a lot happening, and it's possible to be able to, people are other people are making good incomes out of this. So if you're prepared to learn a couple of new skills, not technical stuff, but new skills, oh, sure. Happy birthday to your brother, Hayden. Happy birthday, whatever his name is. I'm not sure, you didn't say his name. So yeah, like, why not think about the possibilities if you are prepared to listen to a couple of trainings and, learn the skills so that you can master your message. When you master your message, then you create a following, and then you can create, and you're creating content every day. So it doesn't necessarily have to be structured content, as long as you're talking about, the program. And, see, I joined because I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was sick of absolutely struggling. And, I needed something more. I have other income streams that, were working really well for me. And then, a few people drop off, and a few people, decide that there's something out there that's better, and put you in a position where you need to find another stream of income. And that's why I found the blueprint, because I had to supplement the income that I'd lost, which was, I'd lost half my income in another network marketing business. So, that's because other people fell off. So it's really important that you know what you're getting into and you know how it works. So, with this, I didn't have to rely on other people for my income. It was all up to me. I didn't have to share my profits with anybody else. These profits are 100% profit every time you sell. Because you've got the master resale rights, you can sell it over and over and over as many times as you like. But the beauty of that is, because it's certified, not only do you have the master resale rights, but the people that purchase the digital products from you, which are all done for you. There's 4 income streams automatically when you join, that you can sell over and over again, and whoever you sell to can sell over and over again. So the beauty of it also is the fact that, I'm just going to bring up here, let me just put this in. I'll show you. Hold on. Here we go. Let me get this. I'm just going to go and get this here. So when you go in that one, and then here. So I'm just going to give you a look at what happens when you get the link. So the first thing that happens when you do get, my link, if you're interested in my link, is that you will get a page that looks like this, and it tells you 100% profit. And then you'll have to put your email address in here. So when you put your email address in, it will go to a video page that you'll then be able to click on, that will take you through to this page. So there's options for everyone. There is options for every budget. Doesn't matter what your budget is. There's a $100 launch pad. There's a $300 digital mastery, passive daily pay. And then there's the $600 digital mastery that you can get. So you can see that all there. And the $900 one, which is the legacy builder. And you get 4 streams of income with this one. If you buy the launch pad, you only get 1 income stream, because you can only resell whatever you purchase and the one under. So if you bought this $100 one, you would only be able to sell a $100 one, so that's 1 income. If you bought the $300, you would actually get two incomes because you can sell the 3 and the 1. And if you sell the $600 one, you get 3 incomes because you can sell the 6, 3, and 100. And of course, with the 900 one, you get all of them. So you get 4 streams of income, which is pretty cool, really, when you think about it. And it's all set up. It's all done for you. Like the products are there. That's what I was showing you in here. All the products are here, so I've got them all set up. This is all your trainings. It's amazing that is, what you get. And people who are earning 6 and 7 figures in this business are the ones coaching us, giving us training free, no extra charge. So I've never had anybody who doesn't charge for coaching on top of that or for training on top of that. And we get to learn so much along the way. So it just works. So let me know if you are interested in learning any more about this. I would love to invite you to have a look around and, see if it's something that you want, because you don't have to join. It's up to you. I don't send the email. What are you learning? You're learning how to market the business. It's a digital marketing business. So you learn how to market it. You learn how to attract your ideal clients. You learn how to master the message so that you are actually working putting it out to the right people with the right message. There's so much to learn that you don't even realize. Like, I had no idea. I've done a lot of courses. I've done a lot of speaking. I've done a lot of learning and skills. But this is something I've never been offered as part of the one-time program. So, I just went through that. There's a 100, a 300, a 600, and 900. So it's up to you which one you want to look at. With all of them, though, it'll take you through the page where you'll be able to have a look and see what's there and see what is of interest to you. And you can go from there. So, it's all there, $100 to get started if you want to start. And by the way, there is Afterpay automatically comes up as well when whatever program you purchase. So, if you need the plan to pay it off, Afterpay works. And that way, you don't have to do it all the time. And you can start earning. Like, you have the ability, once your website's up and running, which is done for you, you don't have to do it. So none of what I showed you, none of that's anything I've done. It's all been provided. So, when you do that, you do actually get, the opportunity to be able to, work out what you want, what program you want, and then tap into plug into the trainings, and you can start, people in our community have started to earn very quickly in this industry. Some have taken months and months. Some even took a year or more. Some are earning, in the first 7 days. But it's up to you on what you do. Everything comes with the condition, obviously, that if you do the work. So, hi, Margaret. Oh, Margaret, where do I know you from? Yes. Where do I know you from? Margaret, I know, yes. Let me know. Where are you? Still here, Margaret? Let me know. Thanks for sharing my live, guys. Yeah, I'd like to know where I know you from, Margaret. That's cool. We had a math together. Where are you? Where do you live, Margaret? I'm pretty sure that we know, maybe we're connected on socials. We had a math together. I don't know about that. Refresh my memory. That would be great. So anyhow, so yeah, over yonder. Not sure. Anyway, so if you're interested, just comment on this. Just drop a 1 in, and I'll be sure to make sure that I send you the details, because I think that that's the best way to do it. I'm not going to, I will make sure that I send you the information so you can have a look around. You'll have to put your email address in, which is what I showed you. And, then you go from there, and it's entirely up to you. You won't get pressure from me to join or sign up. Like I said, it's rejection free. And, I have no interest in convincing people that they need to join. That's not my style. I literally do not do that. So yeah, if you are interested, drop a 1 in the comments, and I'll be sure to send the information over to you. So that would be great. And I will be back at the same time tomorrow night, and I'd love to see you join me from my live tomorrow. Have a great night, day, morning, wherever you are in the world, and enjoy your life.